Welcome to one more episode of ANIMA, where we pause, reflect, and empower. Here, I have the opportunity to bring two beautiful women that I know from a long time, from many different things that we have done together, and I think they haven't even seen each other also, and I think it's a good opportunity to say hi and to share these moments. And with not much to say, I'm here to present my two beautiful friends, Emily Gonzaga and Hughes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. I know your time is valuable, and I really want to appreciate it. This is not just for us. This is also for every woman out there that wants to hear this encouragement, and just to share the journey, just to know that we're all here for each other and to support each other. Thank you so much. With not much to say, I don't know who wants to go first. But how about Emily?
It's fine, totally fine. Right on the spot right away. Let's do it.
Welcome, Emily. Welcome. So this is the first question I have for you. What would you like to share today with us?
Too many things. Share that, first of all, thank you for having me. Share that I'm happy to be with old friends here. And share that, one thing's for sure, the life goes up and down, 360, go back and forth. But people who, supposed to be in your journey and, match your energy somehow and your vibe will always be there no matter what. And, from fashion shows to dance to tarot to life. I mean, from design to this to that. And my life have gone back and forth too. I mean, it's amazing to be here. So I think that's the point, is when we are in the same vibe and the same energy, it'll connect. Doesn't matter where in this journey, right?
Yes. And Emily, I don't know if you want to, but there is any way that you can share with us a moment that maybe was difficult in your life and how you came out of that? What do you learn from it? And if you can share that, and you can go as deep or as little as you want.
We can cry or we can smile.
Exactly.
Oh, we can share.
Got it. Let's see. Let me see which one I'm gonna choose. I think I'm gonna go halfway. If not, we're gonna cry. But anyways, I do believe that there's not, in all these journeys or in every phase of your life, there's not only happiness. There's happiness is a very short time in every journey, right? There is, let's put it this way, there are months that you're happy, there are days that you're happy, there are inside of a day, there are hours that you're happy, but happiness is not constant. So even when you are like all the way to the top, life tests you in every single way, right? And you're able to do different shadows work, I would say, right? In this journey. So I think difficult times, it's hard to talk about one time only. I do believe, of course, I've been through hell back and forth. I know. We all have been through all back and forth. So I think, there is divorce that is not easy. There's the losing of my father,
What's been a special moment that you think back and you say, oh my God, as I was experiencing that, it was horrible, but now I understand that was meant to happen.
You're talking about it specifically?
No, yeah. Well, look, I mean, if you want to, you don't have to go to a specific, and you don't have to say names or anything that. Sure. But like a moment that you think that, hey, I thought that was going to break me down, but instead it built me up. Because nobody, I know the viewers don't know, and I don't want to tell you guys right now about what they do for living. I want you guys to actually go and look for them and follow them and do search for these women, because the women that they come to this podcast, I admire them. They all very professional. Activists, they're seriously, there is women that I admire, and so I want. She used to be an amazing. I mean, not that you're not, but a super famous dancer. So we're here. I mean, we can share the cup, please.
Yeah. So dancing is part of still my life somehow.
So just so you guys know,
I'll
right?
talk about. Well, let's
I
talk.
just want to know that they know that this is a person that has, that you guys have feel the success already, and then you
many
know
few
what
times,
exactly many times, and that's what I really want the viewers and the listeners to know, that you guys are successful, but in the success there also been some moments
obstacle
that
before we pass through that success is a lot of things.
That's what I want.
Build us to become successful and stronger. I think it's just so many things. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to take your spot. If you want to
please,
share.
because the whole idea is so we can.
Are we ask the same question tonight? Like today, right?
Well, the questions will come out organically. You know, like
because if I have to answer why Emily thinking of, I think everyone have different moment that is meaning different for the person. For me, highlight. Look back, I passed through so many difficult stuff in my life, from the poor country in Thailand to living American dream today. I'm very proud of who I am, and I do from my heart. I'm so happy to be here today and share my story with you guys.
Thank you.
Because it's like our women is just, I love to see the women support each other like this group, right? And that's why it's touched me. When I be here, it's just like, oh my God, I love to share this my story.
Thank you.
Like we've been through so many things together. We try to be someone, and sometimes we fail, sometimes we pick up ourselves. Talking about myself personally, start with like difficult life and grow up, and now I feel like I'm ready to share. I'm ready to help other people to see life is all about beautiful. No matter what season you are in, you're gonna pass through it. As long as you love yourself, and then you know what you're looking to move forward for, just know that your goal is there. Anything you do right now, especially for me, I remind myself, what I do today, what is going to bring me back or move myself toward to my goal, right? So I'm pretty competitive person, as an agent. I'm a real estate agent full time, and I'm from the start to now, it's just the journey that moved me to different state of my life. From very high competitive to do things that I never done before. For example, become a pageant queen.
I know.
I want to do that at the age 40. Like, oh my God, you're too old. You can't do that, right? But I tell myself, no. Believe in myself. Yes. You can do anything, be anything you want to do it. That bowl for Keller Williams, everybody know about bowl class. They changed my life because they teach people how to become different, to look at your inner world and believe in yourself. So I came here with $350 in my pocket, broken English, and I survived. I don't know, somehow. That's a long story. But today it's just like, yes, everyone has the story to share. But one thing I want to share is being the high competitive person. Sometimes it's good and bad, because it's good that you can move yourself forward to your goal and to do better every day, pushing yourself. But the bad part is sometimes you just like, look at yourself. What do I do it for? Do I want to become that person? The truth in my heart, do I really want to be a pageant queen, or do I want to be a community leader, or do I just want to relax, stay home and enjoy myself, right? So what do I do for? That's why purpose is come to the answer and everything. Anything you do, you have to know your purpose. You have to know your why you do it for. Okay. So we have a different season of life. You can do different things. Purpose, it doesn't have to be one moment. It can be today, I am a mom. My purpose is to serve my kid, my family, right? Or the next day, I am a realtor. I have to serve my client. I have to be the best, to look out for the best interest. It's just different. Every day is different. It's just not to be like one thing. I feel like it's just the state of life that you are in. What do you feel? What do you have to do? But also remind yourself to love yourself. Once you know that love is kill everything.
Absolutely.
Love.
I think that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
When you share your love to people surround you, you can feel the energy. Just like us. We don't talk to each other. But
we
are
the same
connected.
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I remember
I think the most important thing is not allow ourselves and society to box us.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you can be. Sorry, my voice is also. You can be anything, and you can be everything you want. You know? You can be a mother. You can be a realtor. You can be a dancer. You can be a spiritualist. You can be anything. That's what it is. Yeah.
But how about we go into one story of them? I mean, like I said, we don't have to talk about persons, but what would you think that was that moment for you, Emily? And I know we might share a lot together, but I want you to pick your story and share maybe and see if another woman can see herself through you and say, you know what, I'm not the only one. And oh my God, thank you so much, Emily. For sharing.
No, you're welcome. I think it's basically, I would say there are two main ones, but I'll try to talk, as much as I can about both of them. One of them is transitioning from, having someone in your life solid into making everything yourself, becoming, the household yourself, a mother yourself, a person who takes care of everything. And it's time management, and it's, crying and sitting in the office, crying for hours, waking up, standing up, answering the phone, and smiling through a camera, smile next day to a client, whatever it is. So I think those were the hardest moments. I think would be, divorce, and another one I would say the transitioning to. I had too many transitions, and I still gonna have so many transitions.
That make you stronger.
That makes you stronger. So I think this Phoenix. I think the hardest, the second hardest one would be. I call Phoenix moments, but it's true. Those Phoenix times where you go from, okay, I'm going to have to dance again to be able to work. So I had to pick it up, part of myself back when I was 18, 17, and bring it back now to cope, let's say, with certain things. So when people say, oh, you're dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. Oh, but you, like you said, like you're 40, whatever. Yes, I'm 40, whatever, and I'm dancing. And so those are still pieces that I'm putting together with myself, with an agreement with myself, and with people too. And that's why I said, we shouldn't be putting ourselves in the box of anyone else, right? And nobody else. What else? Did I answer somehow?
No, I think you did. And then, what would you think that you would advise someone that maybe right now is going through a hard moment? And I know that sometimes it's hard for us to be women to be earnable in front of other people, because we still, even though sometimes we might say we don't care what other people say, but it's still that judgment behind, right? That you want to belong to a community, you want to belong to your group of friends, and sometimes it's hard for us to remind ourselves that what's important is what we think of ourselves and not what other people think, right? How did you manage from maybe being in control of your life and going through maybe a moment that was really tough and not being in control of your life? How do you manage that vulnerability to come out and say, I can do this? And you know what I mean? Like, I went through all this, but I'm going to believe in myself.
Yeah, I kind of answered that, but I will go back. I think every time we try to be in control, things kind of fall apart somehow. Maybe not to the physical, to the materialistic world, but your health, your, I don't know, your food, you eat too much, you drink too much, you sleep too much, you talk too much. So I think every time, again, you go through something, you're gonna, it's a total game, right? You're not watching only the business or a motherhood field. You're watching everything. So, am I escaping the question? No. So the point is, but remind me the question again. I'm totally
it's just like what was the part, like the difficult vulnerability that you had to go through yourself and say, I can feel this is gonna go south if I don't pick myself up.
Yeah, but that's when we haven't
pick ourselves up alone.
Yes, yeah.
Because sometimes we think that we have done, like in my case, we help other friends, right? But when it's our time, sometimes there's no one.
No one.
And I think it's meant to be like that.
Yeah, I kind of answered before. I would say two things again: dance and spirituality. Because dancing reminded me who I was and who I am from the basics, from the amago, from the bottom, right? And the second one is definitely spirituality. If it wasn't everything that I grew up so attached to.
But when you say spirituality,
and it sounds dandy and cutie. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I wanted to say, like, for viewers, for people that are listening to us, because some of them in Spotify, they won't be able to see us.
Sure.
But if you can maybe just like explain like like spirituality, like what was it, like what did you did to help yourself? Like did you did you have time for yourself? Did you talk to yourself? Did you maybe put toxic friends away? Did you, I don't know,
Many ways, yeah. Well, thanks God, I grew up in a household where my mom, I joke around that every 5 years she changed her religion, right? That's why we don't believe in religion, right? But that was good because I experienced so many things. So my mom one day was in Santeria, what we call Santeria, right? Another day she was in Catholicism, and then she was Testemunha de Jehová, and then suddenly she was in Buddhism. And so my mom made, see Kabbalah. Yeah, my mom went so many ways, and the white.
That's beautiful,
and it's beautiful. As a child, you can be a little bit confused, but as you grow as a teenager, you're like, oh, okay, that's why I feel this. That's why I sense this. That's why my intuition goes this way. So I think the roots that I grew up, I had, again, not only dance, but I had to go back to that root. Not exactly family roots, but what my mother gave to me,
Amazing.
Yeah, she's like, okay, why you don't read about Saint Germain? Why you don't do, I know I'm going to go deep, and so, but why you don't do the transmutation of the violet fire?
That's what I want,
right?
you. I want you to be you, because a lot of people don't know, or the ones they know you maybe, like our friends, for example, from the model industry, they only know you from the outside. I can say I know you from your heart, and there's a lot of beauty inside there.
Thank you.
And I know it's because you're a strong woman.
Thank you.
And sometimes we decide though to be too strong that we forget to be vulnerable.
Yes, and that's another part of that's really hard. Anyways, going back to that, but talk about vulnerability later. It's basically getting attached. When I mean spirituality, there's not one little field or one side. I went from the grandmasters, like I say, Saint Germain, and the violet fire that transmutate all the fear, all the angriness, all the madness. And that doesn't mean that I don't have madness right now, right? That doesn't mean that I'm not feeling bad sometimes. And then I went to go back to tarot reading, and then I went back to, I don't know, meditation, like we all do. So it's getting attached to a part of your, a side of you that only you knows how to deal with. And yes, you can go, I've been through therapy for 7 years, more actually. But you can go talk to your therapist, you can go talk to friends, but it's only you who is going to know how to fix. So again, inside of that spiritual side, to recuperate myself, I wouldn't, again, put it in a box. There is so many ways, but for me, it was getting attached to everything that I have learned, and I started to relearn again. So it was the dance, it was the spirituality, it was those kind of,
it's almost going those back to us, right? Going back to you, going back to
yes,
exactly, because like you said, we tend to
the most pure side of you.
Yeah,
somehow.
So the dance make you free, right? The dance is remind you of who you are, that you don't have to care about anything. This is the freedom from you, that this is yourself and your happiness. Yeah. So that's what my daughter also loved, dancing. So when she was like young, she's so shy, she doesn't talk to people. Now she's on the stage and dancing. She wins so many competitions. So I can feel that, as a mom, I know how the dancer. So good to be yourself with the dance. And back to your teenager, your younger self, that is nobody like changing it, because that's how you love love dance and change your life. So that's beautiful.
That is actually.
Yeah.
And I know.
But don't forget, you're back to yourself, but you're bringing all the knowledge you have too.
Yeah.
So it's amazing because, I mean, it wasn't amazing right away, right? It took a lot to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. You build yourself up.
It's a journey. It's a journey. And I think the more we make ourselves aware and remind ourselves that it's okay to be, that it's okay also to have bad days. I think, and I think this is why I love doing this and opening this space for all of you ladies and hopefully more beautiful ladies that will be showing us, is the fact that I didn't know that I was allowed to be broken or to feel broken. I was, in my mind, I thought I needed to be perfect. I needed to be, and I don't know if this happened to you ladies, but in my mind, I thought that I needed to be kind. I needed to be good. I was just trying to make everybody happy. And in the end, in the journey, I completely lost sight of myself. And I believe that we, in a way, we all do that. Maybe some more than others. I think I did it to an extreme that I'm so aware of it that, and you know, that I want to share this with other women to don't feel, so they don't feel alone.
Sure.
So that's why you guys are here. So that way we can hopefully inspire other women to pause. Whatever you're doing today, whether you're taking care of the kids, taking care of your mother, taking care of your parents, taking care of your husband, taking care of your work, pause and reflect about you, who you are, what you want, what you need. Because let me tell you, based on what I've seen, and you guys can disagree with me because this is not an agreement place, okay? We all can disagree to disagree because that's the beauty in life. It gets to a moment that we lost sight of ourselves.
Oh yeah.
And we completely are empty. And we had to keep on going. And we're supposed to be this strong person. And we had to manage everything. And I think women are really good at that. But you know what? I believe, and this is just me, that it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to not feel good. It's okay to make mistakes. And it's okay to not feeling good. Because at the end of the day, everything that goes up must come down. There are laws, right? And whatever you know, and I know you know a lot.
Yeah, we're taught.
Please share, because this is a spot for you, ladies. This is a spot that I want. Like I told you, you know, I have some main questions that I would like to be a topic, but the main thing is who you are behind everything else that you can say, you know what? I feel proud of being me. I feel so proud of being me. But without all the things outside yourself.
So I think what happened is everyone experience different, right? Because for us, we can talk about this now, but for some people, they may not even want to share because they don't want to open up themselves, or they have something that they want to hold it off for themselves. I think for being happy is it's just very personal, because some people can be happy because of other people happy. Like you said, you are burned out because you try to make other people happy, but you don't even look at yourself. That, oh, what about me? Who's going to take care of me? How can I be happy, right? So I realized, you know, I think for me, it's more like when you educate yourself every day, you learn and grow. I love listening to podcast motivation, you know, or positive thing that is help. Not everybody is like us, because I see a lot of people cry, they're asking for help. Really, we can't help you if you don't learn how to help yourself. First, you have to understand what is your happiness is from. Happiness is really come from the inside, your inner world, your love. You have to start loving yourself. I don't realize that I didn't love myself before. You know, I just always giving, doing things for other people because, you know, the way I teach, right? Because my culture is like, oh, we have to take care of mom and dad. Culture.
I think that's every
the majority
culture.
of our culture.
All people like that, right? But then you forget because you hold everything back. As a mom, you know, living in America, you have to survive so much. You have to really work hard. You got to make money. Then you forget about yourself, and you don't even exercise, and you gain weight, and all many things that you don't. But then I realized that that's why I changed everything. I just like become different person because I start love myself more and believe in myself and even reach out something bigger than myself, outside my comfort level. You know, the thing that you just like, wow, how do I gone so far from here to here? But it's when you look back, you're really proud, you know, like, okay,
and you done it. And you done it. I think you guys have done it. I believe you guys are my mirror, and I see you guys that you, whatever you guys have put in your mind, you have achieved it. And I admire you guys for that. And I want other women to understand that, hey, we all can go up and down, but in the end of the day, we're not just valuable for what we have or how we look or what we do or our past. We're valuable because we're here. We're beings. We're creation of God or Ali, whatever you guys want to believe in. I believe in love.
Yeah, one thing you mention all the time, right? You said that we are become one. I don't understand at the first place, right? You are a mirror of what you are and who you are, be with you and all the stuff. And I'm just like, what is she talking about? I'm like, oh, okay, what? You know, it's actually universe is just so big and can be so small, depend on what your view is. And as long as you have that from your heart, really it starts from you, reflecting everybody allow you. And then happiness is really, it's not just about money alone. It's not just about I'm able to travel the world. You know, sometimes you travel the world, you're not even happy because you're missing something, right? But it's all come from your inner, find yourself for what actually your purpose in life, what do you do it for? And if you love yourself, you're able to share your love and your life will be happy. Everybody gonna come with you. You know, I have a difficult situation dealing with my family, either kid, husband, you know, they don't listening to me. Then you ask me, what about you? Do you changing? I said, they have to change for me. I don't change for them, right? But technically it's both way.
Yeah.
You have to really look into like, okay, forgiveness come from gratitude. What do you appreciate that person do for you for, and share with the love and talk to them from love. It start to change.
I think every mother can resonate to that gift because I think, especially right, the teen years, kids come up with like, what? And in our mind, we also have a setup that we say, man, I give you my whole life. I sacrifice my whole, and now you start to understand your parents, right? Like what they did for you. But the funny part is that no matter what, I think women forget to remember that, or just to remind themselves who I am with all this, without being a mom, without being a daughter.
Your unique self. Right? That's exactly why I went back to dance. Who the heck are you?
Right? Did you find out?
But because we grow up, we just like she said, Gift said, it's we grow up with this. I'm gonna talk about the boxes, but we grow up in a culture, and it's not a culture; it's in a society.
Yes.
And I don't want to talk about chauvinism and so on, but we grow up. We need to serve. We need to be there, pleasing everyone. We need to be.
And especially now today too,
ourselves.
Like social media, it's already show, right? You have to be happy. You have to have this and Leo short.
Yeah,
but you
everybody's showing their best parts.
Their life, their true, right? Their happiness. They're not going to show that, right? So the thing is, I mean, to me, I feel like I see a lot of divorce situation going on because of, sometimes I representing the client that in divorce. I'm a divorce specialist. I only provide what I can as a mom. You do the best for the kid. You do the best for everyone. But then you know what? You can't really control them. You don't know what their life gonna be. That is up to them. So we do part of our job is to provide it, to love them, to care for them, and wish them the best of luck. They will come back.
I know. It's funny. I can tell my friends that they love, their kids. I mean, we all love it, but some of us, I think, I don't know, me, I'm like, I love them, but I don't know, like I don't put so much into, and this, I don't know if this is good, and maybe some of parents will look at me and say, hey, I'm not, I want them to be what they want to be. I don't know if you guys feel sometimes the need to be the person that your parents
you mean they
or
have
your
to be
family,
through themselves?
Kind of that way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if like, do you ever feel the need, I don't know, this is like an open question, the need of do the things that your family, your mom, your clan waits for you to do, and instead of actually doing the things that you want to do. And the only reason why I mentioned that is because I didn't even know before that I was doing things based on other people's need, like my mom, my like family, you know,
people's pleaser, family's pleaser,
thank you,
clan's pleaser.
So I guess I came to a point in my life that I really didn't want to do that, to the point that now I tell my kids, do you be happy. And I don't know what happy is, but find out, you know, almost like I want them to think and see, do whatever you want. Like,
yeah,
what do you think about that?
No, I agree with you, because everyone should find what they love and passionate about.
It's hard,
we
right?
are here to guide them, to support them. But if we just like, let's say, I'm an Asian mom, right? So we want the kid to be successful. Oh, you have to be the doctor, lawyer, right?
She's making like,
but I'm really open, because
so cute. I'm Asian mom.
Yeah, especially now she going to college.
Yeah.
You know, she's loved dance, just like I told you. She come from very shy, just like me when I grew up. I see her reflected myself, and then today I am everywhere, right? So I even that is a journey. I'm not just like coming out and talking. So I learned so much from my experience. How can I be better every day? That's what I'm pushing myself. I think same thing with my kid. You know, everything I do right now, the biggest heart that I give it is like to be a role model for my own kid. It's nobody listening at all. I want my kid to see that, hey, mom, you are so cool. You come from the poor country, living in Thailand. Now you're living the American dream. You're helping people with building the wealth to real estate. And now you become community leader. Yeah. You also have many things that you proud. Yeah. That's what I want my kid to see. So I told her, you know, like my husband and I sit down with her, like which college you're going to go. We want them to be the best. But then, you know what? We don't know what they're going to do.
And so, that's the thing. Yeah. I even talk to friends. That, like my husband, he went to college. I did not. Okay? And guess what? We make the same amount of money. So I you know, it was always back and forth, but I noticed that we were hurting each other, comparing with each other. You know, like I make more, like it was almost like, how can I hurt you, you know? And I realized, wait, there is nobody to hurt here. Because what do we do what we do? Like the jobs that we do, the things that we do, aren't we all doing for the same things? We want our
we have the same goal, and happiness, good life. Yeah.
But sometimes we tend to kind of like appreciate more of what society wants, which is, I don't know. You guys can disagree. This is just my point of view, okay? Just the whole idea, right? So people can see it. Is sometimes we tend too much to want what society tells us.
Yeah, we
get this degree, do this. But if you actually look at people that actually is doing big things, they are thinkers. They're seekers.
Yeah. But you know what? Right now, Giselle, what I heard right now, to become more successful, they have actually psychology with the kids. Sit down and then ask the kid what they really love doing it. So show their real talent, not just because the person put you into it.
Oh, this is what makes money. You know?
Yes.
Like
because people don't believe
money.
Because your expectations.
Yeah. Exactly.
20 years later is not going to be their expectations or what they're like, okay, I follow. We don't want them to do that.
Yeah. So remember my son, I don't know if you remember, my son, he's played soccer professional. He's super high competitive. He's 15, he moved to Arizona. At least he picked out the good part of it. And then, you know what? It's funny because everywhere I go, people ask me, like, is that your son want to become a professional soccer, or is you or your husband want him to be? And then simple question, I even asked myself, right? I said, you know what, Bright, I asked him before anyone else, like, I don't want you to go, because he get accepted to Barcelona's system. And I was crying because he had 14 at that time. He's my baby. He's gonna leave, go away. I said, no. I told him, don't go. And then, you know, Giselle, I drove him to school every morning because he practiced late at night. When he come home, he's tired. I want him to sleep, and then I drive him to school. One day he told me, he said, "Mommy, I'm leaving." When I finished like middle school, 14 years old, he leaving. And I said, "Baby, no, you can't. You're too young. Let's wait until you graduate high school. When you get bigger, taller and be more strong."
Yeah. But they said that actually that's time.
Giselle, but that's the time that they make
it.
She
quiet. He quiet. Sit from all the way to school, from my house to his school. He opened the door. He shut the door. He looked at me like that. "You don't support me. You go talk to dad."
Oh, wow.
At that moment, I was crying. I come home and just like, it's not about me. It's his future.
It's about
his future.
That's good. You chose his happiness.
He's happy. He know what he wants, right? So that's why, the thing is, it's not about us. They are our kid, but they are another person. They are gonna grow. They're gonna be there.
Oh my God! When
future.
she just said that, I had a deja vu, baby. Almost like this already.
I know. So,
oh my God!
And I'm glad you let him do his stuff.
I know. This is second year he came home. He don't let me take care of anything. He cook for himself. He clean everything. He do his thing. He talk like adult. I said, "Wow,
you did
my
great.
son is growing up."
I think that's the beauty.
Yeah,
that's the beauty. It reminds ourselves, pause, and that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
We're pausing right now. We're reminding ourselves of what we do, reflecting what we learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes we also, as a mom, we make mistakes, and it's okay. Don't beat up yourself. I feel like, don't you feel this way sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Like we beat up, we made a mistake, and we're like, like, come on, ladies, it's time to get up and say it's okay.
So one thing I want to tell, all of us have some weakness and strength, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we have the moment that we have so much energy, we want to do so big thing, but sometimes we feel like, oh my God, who gonna, like me, right? I was gonna do my podcast last year. I said, who gonna listening to this? Who gonna want to listening to my broken English or the story that I'm going through in life? All those things that I talk myself out. So don't do that. It's just like 1 year passed by. Anything you want to do, please write it down. Make it a goal that you step out from your comfort zone a little by little, 1% better every day. And by the time you look back, you're gonna be so proud.
Thank you.
The other thing, I love it. What it's all about starting your day on the right foot. Right? So you wake up, you just have to have the intentional, like, okay, what today gonna be? It's gonna be a good day. I love the way you talk to yourself, like, oh, I love myself. I'm so happy. I'm so beautiful. This is like,
Giselle is the first one to do that.
It has to be. Like,
because we are gorgeous.
I was so, I don't know if you guys remember, like, sometimes I feel like I was so good to others, but so harmful to
I
myself.
know.
Of course,
that's why I reminded
I think we
yourself.
all fall to that for the longest time.
Yeah.
This is why we're here today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think our time is getting too close to an end. I wanted before we said goodbye to say thank you. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Gift. I think your stories not only will impact, it actually is making us reflect a little bit, right? But also hopefully will make our viewers, our women's out there reflect and say, it's okay to be you. The way you are is just perfect. Just enjoy it. As long as every day you're pouring a little bit of love, because there will be some days that we're hard on ourselves. Yes, we all do, right? But just remind yourself there is a constantly day, like everyday reminder, I love myself, because that's the person that you need to love from. Sometimes we think that we need the love from the husband, the kids, the friends. Guess what? If they go away, what's going to happen to you? What? That's why I believe that self-love is the best love. And not only we can love ourselves, but we can also love each other better, because I have more compassion towards my friend. I used to judge them. Why? Because I judge myself. We all do it. But before we say goodbye, I want you guys to give you one last time to say goodbye to our viewers. We want to start with Emily.
Just a pleasure to be here. Let me say something. These two ladies, right? We did so much together. We had so much fun together too.
So much fun.
We started and ended so many things together. So
I know, right?
It's beautiful to be here. It's beautiful to be here. Thank you, Giselle, for bringing us together.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I've seen you lately, but I haven't seen Emily forever. And I want you to know that all of you, every person that has come here, they really are, they hold a special place in my heart. And the more I learn about me, the more I put myself out there, because this is fearful too, believe it or not, But it gets to a point that you get to love every crack out of you.
That is true.
And you say, you know what? So be it. If you want to judge me, judge me. I already done that. I already know how it feels. So guess what? I love me.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
We love every little single broken piece of us. Thank you so much, and happy to be here. Thank you. I mean, you already said it. I think this was a space for us to unite and to connect, and this was beautiful. Thank you for the empower.
Didn't you feel that we did that?
Thank you for the invitation, Giselle.
We pause, we reflect, and we're empowered. Don't you feel a little bit?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Right?
So,
and please,
same here. It's so wonderful to be here and share, the love with you, Will, and yourself. That for me, I just, have that moment in my life that I really want to become more, and I have a surprise. I am become more, so I push myself to do this called the Fabulous 50 Collective podcast. Is coming up in March. Ooh.
Oh yeah. So you guys want to check her out, please.
Yes.
I'm going to be posting videos, and obviously shorts, and with her name. So, with all these beautiful ladies' names and information. So please follow them up, see what they do, learn from each other, support each other. And if you can help someone, at least don't harm them, because everything you give is going to come back to you. I promise you, I know for sure. Thank you so much, Kip. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for you guys, because I wake up every morning excited to do this. I don't want to say loud. I'm giving up on real estate. No. But it's because this feels my
passion.
Heart.
Your passion.
This feels my heart.
This is what I love to hear, because the thing is, sometimes when you work for money, it's different. But when you passion, it's like you can't even get
get tired of it. You do for hours.
Hopefully, the viewers can feel that. And thank you so much for every woman that has sent me message. I know you guys don't post it, but you send me in an inbox saying thank you for sharing. Some of you do. And this is for you. This is really for you. I have done the work myself. And yes, there's probably a lot of more work to do. But I feel so comfortable to say, you are perfect. And you know why I know that? Because I am. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for continuing supporting. And I love you. And I'm sending you all my love. And I hope you guys can feel it.